Hey everyone, it's Julian from Media Cosmos. We're back! It's a new week of comic books at the store. It's the second half of the year already. It's July 1st today. It's July 1st, 2nd tomorrow. July 1st release and July 2nd release. We've got books up the wazoo. Actually, it's not that full, but in graphic novels, let me tell you, graphic novels this week, I have been splitting hairs and getting grayer by the minute. It was not easy to do. How Penguin Random House functions, because they bill us on our account, they bill us the things as the month moves on. So everything came in last week, but I had absolutely no idea what it was. We don't have invoices until this morning. So we've been checking nonstop to see if our inventory balances, and it's not. So there are a lot of things that said we had zero in stock has been moved up and vice versa. So as the website is updating, so you'll see the stock. And so if you're looking for Deceased Omnibus or Strike Force Moratorium you couldn't find last week, well, they're now available. But Authority Omnibus, I'm still short. As for comic books, for a new month, I kind of thought the wall would be fuller, but I think we've just sold more books as the release week is happening. So there's a lot of the stuff that's now sold, but there are holes now. Anyhow. Ooh, and last up, since our last video, I got a spinner rack. This was also a Kickstarter we did last year. It was a spinner rack that we're doing for specifically for stores who want to go on the show, on a road shows. And so the spinner rack can be removed quite easily. We don't do shows. It's not that I'm completely against it. I just don't have the time for it. So I bought the spinner rack because I thought, the store hasn't had an actual spinner rack. We had an old plastic one like 10 years ago, and I sold it to MG Comics because it was beat to hell. And so a real metal spinner rack, we put the bundles that Allison has built for us, and I put all the incentive covers. So we'll fill it up with incentive covers as the weeks go by, and then as new stuff comes in, we'll move older stuff up. So if you're looking for incentive covers, they'll be now on the spinner rack. And there's only one for this week, and we'll go for later. Otherwise, last week's incentives are there, the bundles are there, and Roxanne's gonna fill these things up with like proper legal Quebec stuff. Anyhow, going over this week's comic books, let's go right now. X titles. We start with X titles. So this is the 1 year anniversary of the end of the Krakoan Age, and so they're doing the Hellfire Vigil. It's no longer the Hellfire Party? Hellfire Gala. Hellfire Gala. So we're doing the Hellfire Vigil, and I only have 2 covers here. Of note, it seems this is the new first appearance of Ororo's daughter. I don't know. Let's look at it inside.
Confirmed.
Yeah? I didn't look at it. But I know people are like, oh, Aurora's daughter is something relevant. It's like, who? Daughter from where? Is this like an alternate universe thing? Where's this daughter come from?
It says a future.
Oh.
At the end.
Okay. So yeah, then let's not go for it. But yeah, that's the gist of it. So if you were there is an omnibus coming next year or later this year about all the Hellfire Galas. Or maybe it's a complete collection. I know there's like a Hellfire Gala complete everything. Every story of the Hellfire Gala will be one complete collected edition. So this will not be in it. But yeah, it is a Hellfire sort of thing. And so when you're in Bane and Joshua Shui cover? No, Aka cover? That's what. 2 covers left, 1 each. Uncanny X. Oh, I see. It's the Chris Claremont thing. It's a reprint of issues. Well, it says 104.5. So it reprints
141, 142? Yeah.
No, I think it reprints like 4 issues.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
142.
I know it's this is type book.
It's a tick book.
No, it's not even square bound. It should tell us which issues it reprints. Does it have new material too?
Yeah, at the beginning.
Oh, so it has. So for someone, you actually need new material plus the reprints.
In the middle, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
So we got So 141 to. I've got a code here. Maybe it's just 141, 142.
It's 141.
It's just 141?
Yeah.
I thought it would be more. I read there was more.
Because Wolverine dies in 142.
Okay, 140.5. Okay, well, they're calling it one. Ah, that's weird. Anyhow, so Prelude to Future Past, Chris Claremont. I guess Chris Claremont wrote an extra story and got paid by Marvel. Because why not? All right, moving on. X-Men 19 from Jed MacKay, main cover, a couple of copies left. I think there's no longer a 3K cover. I don't I mean, the characters are dead, but I don't think it has to do with the 3K. Anyhow, moving on. Ultimate Wolverine number 7, second story arc is here, begins, and he's fighting magic. Miles Morales 33. So 33 had the first appearance of, first appearance. I think she's finally called Powerlift, which is the doctor who became Hulkanized. And so they made a second print for it. It's the main covers, actually, the cover in which it went up in price, in which she appears on, that released like a week later, and that like quadrupled in price. But the main cover didn't move anywhere. So this is actually new, not even a new cover. It is a scene from the book, if I'm not mistaken, that they use as the cover. And so we've got a couple of copies here for people who missed out on number 33.
She's like a female version of Doc Samson?
Yes. But I'm not sure, but I think so. Anyways, Amazing Spider-Man number 7. So as we mentioned like 2 weeks ago when Amazing Spider-Man number 6 appeared, we have in the second story arc, John Romita Jr. is back on doing interior covers, interior colors and inking. And so we've got the main cover here, and then we have, actually we had more covers for Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, a lot of Black Cat covers this time around. So yeah, the main, and then this is Bermeo, and this is Dualiev, I believe.
Yeah.
And I don't forget who was the other cover that also did it. There's like 3 of them. It was kind of weird. I understand why they've been pushing Black Cat so much, because she has her own ongoing that's starting soon. G. Willow Wilson. G. Willow Wilson, if you've been enjoying G. Willow on Poison Ivy, she's going to have her shot on doing Black Cat. So the last person who wrote Black Cat was Jed McKay, and that omnibus sold really, really, really well. So G. Willow is going to be taking over Black Cat. Like everything else from Marvel, you've got a 10-issue story arc at least. You've got 2 trip paperbacks worth to see if it sells. Now, we remember Jed McKay's run. It rebooted multiple times, but also the pandemic. So we expect, at least 10 issues. Who knows how much material we'll get out of it. But if you're interested in picking up Black Cat as an ongoing series, please subscribe to it now or let us know. So main 2 variants of that available. Then we've got All New Venom number 8. We've got the main cover and, I don't know, some Lee cover, probably Lyrics Lee.
Lyrics.
Fang Yang. Okay, well,
Really?
all the Koreans. I can't. The Korean style is very similar, and I'm clearly a giant racist, and I can't tell the difference. So the main and the variant, and then maybe we had a 125 and we sold it. I don't recall. Bring on the Bad Guys is the one-shot stories. We had Doom, and now we've got Green Goblin. The next one is Loki? No, the next one is Abomination, then Loki, and then Mephisto.
Hobgoblin.
No.
Well, Demogoblin.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was Demogoblin.
No, because we have Green Goblin. We have Green Goblin here. So it's every 2 or 3 weeks. And Sister Sorrow is in it. She's like the character introducing all these people. Yes, and so Loki, Red Skull, Dormammu, Mephisto. So it's one every 2 to 3 weeks, and these are just like one-shot stories, in which Sister Sorrow describes them. And so she's been on the cover of issue. They're all issue 1s, but whatever. And so this is also a Sister Sorrow cover from some Lee, some other Korean. It's Derek Chu. D. Chu, my bad. Derek Chu cover. And then I believe in this one, what I saw was that the origin of Sister Sorrow is explained in this particular issue. I mean, I have been collecting Amazing Spider-Man since basically the late 80s, and I don't even have a copy of this because Green Goblin. I don't even know which Green Goblin. Do we know?
Osborn.
It's Osborn?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. Moving on. This is very frustrating. So they canceled Cody Ziegler's Deadpool issue 15, and they're moving into for a 3-issue combined series of Wolverines and Deadpools. So it's Logan and Laura and Wade and Ellie in one 3-issue story arc. I don't know why they're doing this. There already is a Wolverine Deadpool ongoing, so why do they need to do this? Why do they need to cancel Wade's ongoing at issue 350/15 issue? It's very frustrating, but it is what it is. So if you were picking up the Deadpool ongoing from Cody Ziegler, this is the continuation of it for only 3 issues. Obviously, after this, we'll see what we do with Deadpool, but as it usually happens with Deadpool, their series, it goes on and it disappears with a bunch of one-shots. So we'll see for the next 3 months. But if you have missed out, feel free to pick it up. Jedi Knights issue 5, last of the story arc, main and the Torian Clark lightsaber variant. Then we've got, Masters of Evil is the finale already. That's 25, 26, 27, 28. It's only 4 issues for Master of Evil
Getting
story arc.
close to 800.
So we're moving. So we'll probably have a road to 800. Plus, we're doing the road to 1,000 for Amazing Spider-Man. Marvel Zero. So Marvel Zero is the reprint of all the free Comic Book Day books. So if you already picked up the free Comic Book Day books, you don't need this. I prefer getting the Marvel Zero for myself over the free Comic Book Day books, mostly because everyone's just fighting over them. Not this year. I have lots of stock remaining, but they're all packed away. So I prefer getting this as a one-shot issue on a yearly basis. They've been doing this only for 3 years now, and it has all the stories in one little book. Well, look, it's thicker. You obviously have to pay for it instead of paying nothing for free Comic Book Day. But I not like having so many smaller issues, smaller comic books in bags and boards, whereas I can have just everything in one book. It's a preference thing. It doesn't sell very well. I think I even have copies from last year's Marvel Zero, but it is an option for someone who didn't miss out free Comic Book Day books. Immortal Thor 25 run is over. He dies. We're going back to Thor issue 1, still written by Al Ewing. It's also the final Alex Ross cover for this run. He did all 25 issues, so it's the final book for this. And then, like I said, it's rebooting because he died and something happens. I'm not going to spoil more than this. Otherwise, we know he was dying. Now, this is the big thing. Chip was removed from Ultimate Spider-Man when Donny Cates had his massive accidents. So then Jonathan Hickman took over, and then Zdarsky's plans got pretty much effed, right? So we don't know what they were going to do. I know he was planning on doing something with his Ultimate Spider-Man run. So they gave him his second most favorite comic book character. They gave him Captain America. After this Straczynski run, didn't go anywhere really. It's kind of sad. I thought it would be a really big hype, and then 15 issues, no one really cared, and a lot of people didn't really enjoy the Straczynski run. So now Zdarsky is going to be writing Captain America, obviously 10, 15 issues, see how it does well. The very first arc is a 1940s war arc in which the particular first issue, we have the main and the Zdarsky cover. Captain America meets Doctor Doom for the very first time. So it's kind of interesting because that would imply that Doom is, and then the Fantastic Four is, so I don't really like this.
2 words. Time machine.
Yeah, but I don't like the fact that they're specifically mentioning that, it's from the 40s. It kind of wrecks with their timeline and everything, but it is what it is. So I'm sure Zdarsky has his own reason and he's going to be explained. But yeah, the first story arc is a 1940s story arc, and then we'll move on to Modern Ages, or Our Secret Wars, Part 1. So we have got a couple of copies of the main and a couple of copies of the Zdarsky cover. The Zdarsky cover, as usual, did really well. Is this an Alex Ross cover? No,
like it.
It sort of feels like it, but BH? I don't know. Anyhow, unlike Straczynski, I didn't order a whole lot because I know Captain America has his problems in selling in store. And usually number ones do well and then it tapers off. But it is Zdarsky, so I did order a little more than I thought. I kind of expect. I know by the end of this week there'll be a second print announced, but you can pick them up now while they're available. Same thing. This is probably the final book from Steve McNiven of Marvel. Daredevil: Cold Day in Hell. Issue 1 is the third printing that we have here because I ran out of first number 1s. We do have some number 2s, and number 3 has been pushed back until August. So the very final Steve McNiven book. So Old Man Daredevil. Reprint again. All Absolute Batman number 2. I only had basically first prints in stock, and so this is the 5th printing. It's the exact same cover as the first printing, but now we have both available. Here's an actual new book, Absolute Green Lantern. Same thing we had with the Absolute Martian Manhunter. We have extra copies of this available. So we have issue 4, a couple of copies left. Funny story, Absolute Martian Manhunter is number 2 is completely sold out in store and in distribution. So my assumption is that probably next week, DC will announce a second or third reprint of issues 1, 2, 3, 4 all in one shot, just to have it available, especially since, we're only 4 issues in. Justice League, Kong, Godzilla, Volume 2, Issue 2. Lots of copies here available. And then this is just a variant cover, I assume, Yasmin Putri. Then we like the incentive cover that I mentioned that we have left is this one here. It's a Kong and Wonder Woman cover done by Kevin McGuire. Nice little cover. How much am I asking for this? Way too much. It has not been repriced. Go me. Graphic novels. No, we've got some comic books. Sisterhood. This is a tie-in. I believe it's a. I don't remember if it's a one-shot or a mini-series, but it's part of the Hyde Street storylines. So yeah, a Hyde Street story. I don't know if it's a one-shot or a mini-series. Most of the Hyde Street polls did add it to our account. We've got a main and a variant, so both of these here. But I do not recall if this is a one-shot or a mini-series. Then a bunch of more reprints. We've got Transformers number 2. We've got the 8th printing. Transformers number 3. We've got the 6th printing. Transformers 15. Second printing for both, and 18. Second printing for both. I'm missing one cover. I wonder why. Because there's always 2 covers. There's all about a Decepticon cover. Interesting. And then G.I. Joe Real American Hero, 318 already. Damn, 318. 18 issues of Larry Hama with Skybound. Pretty cool. Graphic novels. DCeased Omnibus. So this is everything that Tom Taylor has written for DCeased. It includes the, it should include, there we go, DCeased Good Day to Die, DCeased Dead Planet, DCeased Hope at the World's End, the digital editions, which was issues 1 through 15, then got printed as a graphic novel, and DCeased Unkillables and DCeased War of the Undead Gods. So literally everything from the DCeased storyline in the oversized hardcover is now available. This one I under-ordered and then ordered tons afterwards. So I was really afraid of missing out for release. So Wonder Woman Legend of the Wonder Woman from DC Finest Line. What era is this? 1983 to 1986. So George Perez?
I don't think so. No, that's after. Before.
Before?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, we were sold out. Now we have stock. That's all that really matters. Back to Tom Taylor. We've got the very first Detective Comics hardcover available. Softcover was sold out. The hardcover, I've got one left here from Tom Taylor and Mika Janin. Mercy of the Father. So if you've been following this single issues or you've been waiting for a hardcover, here it is. There are 2 books for the Authority here today. Only one that I have in stock. The other one is the Omnibus. So we've got the book 1, essentially Relentless in DC Compact Edition. So we also have book 1 and book 2 available in store. But the Omnibus that also released today, I have too many damages on twice. The first batch of 10, 9 more damage. In the second batch of 7, 4 damage. So I think I'm short 1 copy right now to fulfill all back orders. And then it is available for reorder on the website for anyone who needs more copies. But book 1 is a DC Compact. Again, DC Compact is a fantastic line, $13.50 Canadian for a whole storyline. It is the best value in comic books from DC right now. Moving on. Star Wars High Republic Avengers. This is Dispatch from the Occlusion Zone. This was a 4-issue miniseries, now in graphic novel form. Daredevil from, this is what, Ed Brubaker's run?
Yep.
Is this the first volume or the second volume from him? Daredevil, I think it's the first volume from his stuff. Yeah. So this was the omnibus that was sold out like in 2021, 2022. Anyways, so the Modern Era Epic Collection for that. This run, this is the complete run from this Strike Force Morituri, which was an alternate take on Earth. And then people were fighting, I think it was robots and AI stuff. Basically Marvel's like Terminator stuff, I think. I'm terrible at this because I don't know much about this era or this stuff. I never read this stuff.
I never read either.
Peter Gillis. Anyhow, we've got the main cover and a DM cover. Same thing. This is one of those books that, Mark Bailey did interior arts on this. This is another book in which the website said we were out and then we fixed all inventory. So now both of these are available now. This, I knew this was coming, but I had no idea how large it is. It is Tomb Raider Colossal Edition. So if you compare this to an omnibus, it's massively different. It is very, very much larger and taller from an omnibus. So in the absolute size, this is an absolute size, and then thick as an omnibus. So this is Tomb Raider from the Top Cow era of Tomb Raider, Colossal Edition 1 of the material. I had thought I was going to keep a copy for myself. I can't read this. This is too much for me. But that's not true for all of our customers. We sold a lot of these, but we have lots of copies of this available. I reordered also a couple of weeks ago, a bunch of other copies left. So we have 3 or 4 copies that are still available on the website. So Colossal Edition of Tomb Raider from the Top Cow era. Volume 2 has been added in the July graphic novel pre-order catalog on the website, so feel free to order them now. This was initially solicited Diamond and then Lunar, as Massive had moved their things to Lunar by and large. This is Devil's Due because their Devil's Due is is sub-publishing through Massive right now. So Mercy Sparks, the Omnibus, Volume 1 and Volume 2. So Josh Blaylock is doing a new Mercy series right now. It's coming out in a couple of weeks. And so this is the all material that he's done over the last 15 years of Mercy Sparks. So you see what Devils do. So both of these volumes are available now. These are, again, initially solicited from Diamond, but I got them from Lunar. Both of them are available. Mercy from Todd McFarlane. This is something that he wrote. This was part of the Spawn Universe. But yeah, Spawn Universe book. Misery is a 4-issue miniseries. All the complete trade here. Then we've got the more of the Invincible reprints in pocket format. So we've got Image is only doing 2 of these books in this format versus all DC Compacts and Marvel Premiere Editions. So we've got Invincible and Saga happening. Invincible happens every 2 to 3 months. Saga's only released book 1 so far. Probably Brian K. Vaughan has to pay for them, so I don't know. Invincible 54-59. Sounding Wolfman, the one-shot that has tie-in with the main series. Speaking about Astounding Wolfman and Tech Jacket, Skybound yesterday announced that they're doing full compendiums for the entire runs of that. So those will be just like this, compendiums, the full run in softcover format. So Salmon Twitch Compendium 1. So we've done 6 compendiums of Spawn. Compendium 7 is on pre-order now. So all we're doing, Spawn and Salmon Twitch original run, 1 through 26 and so much more. I assume there's at least there's Omnibus compendium worth of material coming up next.
It's thicker than Spawn.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. King Conan. This is volume 1. This is also more reprint from the Marvel era of Omnibus. So this is of the heroic signature, from Titan Comics. We've got the DM and the main cover. As I believe the main covers are the old DM covers from Marvel, and the new DM is a brand new cover that they've chosen. Anyhow, we've got King Conan. Both of them are available. Then we'll finalize with manga this week. Tokyo Revengers. We have all the Tokyo Revengers in stock, but now this is a new color edition for Tokyo Revengers. So they've recolored the entire series. What is it you mean to be you? Wow, this is a thick book. Also, it's also 7 Cs, so it is an Arrow book. In that case, I don't know why it's not sealed. Anyhow, what it means to be you. I don't remember which one. Game Rebirth, my new life as the hero's younger brother. Okay, sure. Probably a Yoi book. Then we've got At Your Service in Another World. This is volume 2. Volume 1 is still in stock. This one I was kind of interested with, is the Hitman stance. So it feels like, yes, it is a Hitman, and then he's probably, he's got family members that they're intertwined in his story. So yeah, it's a first of the volume. Yeah, you see, I think it's like his sister. The Godslaying Demon King Volume 2. This is also Godslaying Demon King Volume 1 was one of the very first mangas that we brought in the store, so Volume 2 already in stock. And then 2 more here. I love this title. Again, this is another case where the title makes me laugh, so I ordered it. I made friends with the second prettiest girl in class. That's some real life goals here. Second prettiest girl, yeah. And so yeah, it's a rom-com that we have here. Finally, this one, we actually sold out of the Volume 1, so this is Volume 2 with no Volume 1 available. Tamamori's Fantasies Never Stop. It is again 7 Cs, so it's an Arrow book. My knees, I'm sold. I'm only 4 and I'm sold. Oh, Ancient Magus Brides Volume 20. We're missing a lot of Ancient Magus Brides. So, I mean, I have like probably 16 through 20 in stock now, and probably have to get the rest. It would be helpful for someone to start the series without needing to find them elsewhere, right? Okay, as always, if you're interested in any of these books and you have a subscription account with BD Cosmos, feel free to mention down below in this Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook video, and we'll add it to your pull list tomorrow morning. It's still Tuesday here, and we're actually open. Otherwise, if you don't have a subscription account with BD Cosmos, perfectly fine. Every available product is here at the link. There's a link for manga, there's a link for comic books, and there's a link, I forgot to update manga. There's a link for graphic novels, comic books, and manga. I have to update the manga. I'm not used to doing that. So you can pick them up, add them to your cart. If your order is at least $99 or more in graphic novels, you get your 25% off in Canadian cover price. Otherwise, we add them to your whole box if we ship you monthly, or you can local pick up or have them straight shipped if that's what you prefer. We're pretty much up to date right now on graphic novels and comic books. We've got a lot of people on staff today working at pushing through orders, so there shouldn't be too much of a delay. compared to last week where we were closed for one whole day because of St. Jean-Baptiste. So with Canada Day us still being open and I paying basically everyone double time.
Yay.
Basically, it's the government pays a portion. Well, I pay whatever the government tells me plus their regular pay. So if there's any other questions, feel free to email us at info@bdcosmos. And Marilou will be answering your emails. I'm also helping her, but she's been reading emails left and right. And so it's been great. We've been very happy to have someone more on staff going for emails. Questions, comments, feel free to email us or message down below. And we'll be back next week for more of everything as we usually do. Thank you so much. Bye for now.